will not be able to be told anything because I'm going to be fancy, okay? What up, search fam? Sharde here. Welcome back to the channel. If you are new, my name is Sharde. I am out here curating and co-creating a cool ass life, and I'm thankful for your presence here. Whether you are new or you come back and you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and become part of my internet family. We're growing. I love you. I love this space. Now, if you were here just a couple of days ago, I did a wellness gift guide for the holiday season. In the spirit of, the creative life, I wanted to offer another gift guide that is geared towards the creative or photographer in your life. When I have done gift guides before, I have done travel related gift guides, but we're switching it up, doing a little something different, but that doesn't mean we might not have a travel thing or two in here. Jonos. You already know, I got notes, I got items, and we're going to get into it without any delay. Most of the gifts that I am going to suggest are budget friendly because you know me, I'm always very mindful and cognizant that, everybody's pockets look different. I know personally I am at a time where things are a lot more slim than they usually are for me financially. And so I wanted to offer things that you could get that would be really appreciated, but also are not going to break the bank. So mostly everything that I am suggesting is under $100-ish. I think the most expensive might be on the like 150 or so. My first two items go together, and that is a SD card holder of some sort. My mom got me this one, and it's probably a cheap one she got off of Amazon. It probably cost her no more than like $10, $15. But when I say I was so thrilled to get this in my stocking. This one is by Hansky, and it has, of course, a sticker of Hinata from Haikyuu, but beside the point. But it's hard, it's waterproof, it's crush resistant. Like, this is a really good thing to have because you don't want to be like me and have SD cards just strewn everywhere, and I do. I'm not going to lie, I do. The other thing would be SD cards themselves. If you have a photographer or videographer in your life, you can never have too many SD cards. These run anywhere from $10 to $15 upwards. They can get really pricey, especially when you start thinking about, which ones you get, like how fast they run and who they're by, all the things. But, it is something that is easily a stocking stuffer or a really good gift that they can always use. But not just the SD cards, you can also get CF cards, which are the larger memory cards for certain cameras. Like I know certain Canon cameras take CF express cards, or the little ones, the micro SD cards, which I use for things like my GoPro or the DJI Osmo 2. So any of these things, if you have a person that has some sort of equipment, they will appreciate you getting them a card holder or cards, because these are things that become hoardable. But yes, so this is probably one of my favorite gifts. Another sort of low cost thing, probably in the $25, $30 range, would be lens filters. This one I got as a Secret Santa gift last year from one of my photography friends. And this, I think she didn't pay no more than $20 for this. These are 67 millimeter thread, and so they fit my 35 millimeter and my 85 millimeter. These are ND filters, and these are super helpful. And she got me these in 3 stops, and it comes in a cute case. Awesome. Filters are amazing for photographers because, one, they help protect our lenses, so we can put them on the thread of the lens, and if something happens and we drop it, we have a higher chance of not breaking the actual glass on the lens. So there's that, but also ND filters help filter out the light. So it's super helpful item. I know a lot of technical terms if you are not into photography and things like that, you don't even care. But lens filters are always very helpful. If you want to get sort of a interchangeable one, you can get them with what are called step-up rings, and that takes one filter. You can screw the step-up rings on and it'll fit various sizes of lenses. So that is also an option. Those tend to be, I don't know, about probably 30, 40, depending on the type. The nicer lens filters you get, they, yes, of course, get more pricey. But like I said, you could get starter ones for somebody. I know I appreciate things like that because you never know when you're going to need an ND filter because it's too bright outside. Just saying. This item is one that I don't currently own, but I have been keeping in mind and will probably get for myself sometime in the next few months. And it is an Instax printer. Now, but this is essentially a small wireless printer that you can hook up to your phone or camera, and it allows you to print out like small Polaroid size pictures, and I think some of them have sticky backs on them so that you can stick them in photo books and whatnot. And I think that this is great for your photo interest person or whatever because it allows them to have physical photos, and I personally think that having physical photos of your memories is absolutely invaluable. So it's a fun thing. Like I said, I'm going to get one for when I take pictures on my phone, but I want to actually keep an actual hard copy of the photo. Or it's a fun thing for photographers to have to make memories of photo shoots, and that's something I definitely want to start doing. You can take a photo and print it out immediately, give it to your client, give it to, you know, whoever you're taking pictures of, and they have something to remember the date of in addition to the pictures that you've done. In the same spirit of sort of instant photos, one of my other photography friends brought this to the photo cookout and I was drooling over it. It is the Instax Mini, and it is again like a Polaroid style camera. It's very little bells and whistles, but it takes a good picture and it makes a memory. And you can get one of those, I believe, for 120 bucks. I think I saw a bundle that was like 130, and you got the camera and a set of film. It's also one of those things that's really nice to have because it makes you mindful of the sort of pictures you take, because you only get like 10 shots in a set of film. So I think that that is a wonderful gift. I, again, want one of these for myself. My next suggestion are books. So photo books. There is a husband and wife couple who does phenomenal. Oh my gosh. I gush over the Bethencourt's photos. They actually do these sort of wonderful, fantastic, ornate photos, largely of children, and they are just so beautiful and precious. And so their book called Glory is a coffee table book of some of the photos that they've taken. Now, I would suggest coffee table books and photo books because it's good for inspiration, especially if your enthusiast has a favorite photographer. I would say Brandon Wolfel is another one that takes very striking photos. He's very well known for his use of LED lights and sort of these pastel colors. He has two photo books that are just beautiful. So those can usually run you $25 to $30. I think it's a great gift to inspire your creative, but also give them something from their fave. So if you know that your creative gift receiver likes a certain photographer and they have a photo book, I think that's a wonderful gift for them. Another thing that if you've been here long enough, you've heard me rave about it, baby tripod. This one I think I paid 20 bucks for on Amazon, but it's like, this is a baby tripod. It does have a cell phone mount, which I am not sure where mine is, but it has a cell phone mount. It extends out like 5 feet and also has a Bluetooth remote. This is very cool as a travel item. This is my travel tripod. But also, if you have a person that wants to get into sort of content creation in terms of TikTok, Instagram, YouTube or anything, and they can start with their cell phone because like I said, it has a cell phone attachment, but also it's wonderful for travel. This is my favorite one. It has been all the places. Like I've had this one for, gosh, 3-4 years now, and it is hanging tough. And it does the job, and it doesn't take up much space, so I love this one. If I can find it, I'll put it in the description box. Another thing that is lens related would be a lens buckle. And what a lens buckle is, it runs about $10 on Amazon. Allows you to fix your lens onto your person or if you get one to where there's a sticky side and a bungee, you affix it to the lens itself, but it helps you to keep your lens caps. And I can't tell you how frustrating it is to lose lens caps, and I have lost lens caps and had to replace them. It's a pain in the butt. And this will help your photo person to keep up with their lenses, because sometimes we've been moving real fast and lens caps are really easy to lose. So yes, also a universal lens cap, which runs about $25. Same thing. It is a nice gift to help someone keep up with lens caps, or to have an extra lens cap should they lose one. Like I said, cheap gift, runs about $25, but super useful. Spider holsters are a utility belt, essentially, that you put around the waist, and you can either put your camera on, like you can put a bottom screw, like one of the quarter screws on it, and you can now fix your camera to your belt, or you can use it for lens caps. I have seen other photographers that I admire use spider holsters, and I was like, yo, that's dope. I kind of want one of those, because again, if you have a photographer or videographer in your life and they move really quickly, they have a second camera, they have things that they keep on them. I'm probably going to end up getting one simply to be able to keep extra SD cards, extra battery, lens caps, all the things on my person while I'm working, so I don't have to go and get things. I think it's a wonderful gift for someone who is very mobile when they are doing their shoots, like myself. The next thing can get a little pricey, but it's something that is super appreciative, and those are camera straps. I personally don't use a neck strap because, you know, the way my body is set up is not very comfortable for me. So I have a long leather strap, and I got this one from Etsy. And it's a crossbody strap. If you've watched my videos, I put it on this way and hook my camera up to it. I love this thing because it makes holding my camera and getting to it so much easier when I am shooting. And this one also, I got it monogrammed, so it has my name on it. So for $100 or less, depending on where you go, you can get a strap. I would say a one strap or like a holster double camera situation is really nice. One of my colleagues has one that she just got. Is beautiful, has her insignia on the back. I think she said she paid maybe $150 for it. Like I said, you can get them on Etsy. There are small sellers that do them, but also Photo, F-O-T-O, they do camera straps of various sizes, and I think their long straps run about $89. So that is also an option if you want to do that. But I find them very helpful, especially if you have a person that does not like the neck strap situation. Getting them a nice side strap, they're gonna feel real fancy and real professional. Listen, when I get my double strap for my two cameras, the folks ain't gonna tell me things. I will not be able to be told anything because I'm gonna be fancy. Okay, this item is a little bit more potentially on the pricey side, and it is an on-camera speed light. The one that I have been looking at is from Flashpoint, but it's very fancy. It's a speed light that also functions as a trigger, so you can put the speed light on the camera but also control an off-camera flash with it. That's fancy. Like, that is bells and whistles. Okay, and that one runs $250 new, and I saw a used one for like $150. But you can get smaller, cheaper made speed lights, like from Yongnuo. I had a Yongnuo speed light that I used for a long time and passed it along to one of my colleagues, and I think I paid $60 used for it. You could probably get it for about 100 or less. And this allows your creative to start experimenting with on and off camera flash, and to do so in a cheaper price point. When I shot my first wedding after a long time, I shot my dear friend's wedding reception with another one of my friends who's a photographer. He shot the wedding itself, and we both shot the reception. And he handed me a speed light, and he said, "Here, put this on your camera. It's gonna change things." And he was absolutely right. And that was a really good gift for him to give me, is to say, "Hey, put this on your camera and try it out." So that, although one of the more expensive items, is cool if you know that you're creative, you're a photographer, is wanting to start experimenting with lighting. The last set of items that I want to share is probably, in my opinion, one of the most thoughtful and helpful gifts that you could get a photographer, and that is months of a subscription to things that they use. Okay, so like Adobe, you could get an Adobe subscription for, I think it's $120, Lightroom and Photoshop. It'll probably be a little bit more if they use Premiere Pro. But if you, I promise you, if you buy a year's subscription to Adobe for the creative in your life that uses that suite, that's brownie points, all love, everything. Or to their client management system or anything else that they use, because you are helping to offset some of their costs of doing business. So that also can get quite expensive depending on what the thing is that you're doing. But I think Adobe is a great start. I know I would appreciate it so much if somebody was like, hey, I paid for your Adobe subscription this year. Wow. Yes. I hope that you found this helpful and that there was an item or two that you were like, oh, that's a really good idea. Let me know. All the things that I mentioned, again, downstairs in the description box. If there are any things that I missed, any gifts for creatives that you would suggest, hey, let us know. Put it downstairs in the comment section. I hope you all are well. I love you. As always, friends, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend about the channel. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.